right. Are we all unmuted? Or am I? Yep, I am. Okay, you guys, welcome to the Founders Club group Zoom. I am super excited you guys are all here. First things first, I know there's a lot going on with everybody, middle of November, there's so much going on, but make sure you get your $15 paid to either Melissa or I. That was posted up there, and we will be taking people out that have not done that. That is something that has to be done. And so make sure that you get that done soon. I'm going through, I'm checking everybody off, and then we will, you know me, I'll tag everyone who hasn't to give you that extra chance. I'm a little bit nicer than Melissa. So make sure you guys do that. And so November, like I said, is halfway over, and we are officially halfway through the first quarter for Founders Club. Okay, so make sure that you guys are tracking what you're doing. Make sure that you're looking at those first quarter qualifications so that you can kind of stay on track and just take this step by step. Yep, there's Laurie's. Make sure that you guys are tracking that, okay? And then what I want you guys to do right now is in the comments here, put how many Founders Club points you have right now. Put it in there. How many Founders Club points do you have? Don't say the word just. I don't know who said that, but I just saw the word just. I do not like that word. Or only. Just or only are my two words I dislike, because it is amazing no matter where you are at with this. And remember, don't compare yourself to other people. This is you versus you. And Laurie will probably not agree with me there, because she is amazing. And you guys are going to be so fired up after this. But this is you versus you. The company is giving out a trip to everybody. They don't just have 10 available. Okay. They have one for everybody if you put in the work. So one of the things I want you guys to do this week, one of your assignments that you need to do this week is go back through, everyone should have made a video. Assignment number 4 was a video. If you snuck it by me and you have not been taken out of the group yet and you did not do that video, you better do it, because one of your assignments this week is to go back and watch your own video, because as time goes on, you're not going to be as excited as you were in the very beginning. Things kind of wear down. Some people get not as excited. So make sure that you keep that fire going. Go back and watch why you want this. Go back and watch what is lighting your fire, what is keeping you excited about this. So after you watch it, comment on your video so that I know that you watched it. And we are going to be paying attention to that. So make sure that you do it. So here we are in the middle of November, you guys. I have talked to so many people who seem to be a little bit discouraged because their points are, some points are down from last month at this time, okay? That is completely normal. You do not need to be discouraged about that, because I just want you to be ready. Hang on to your hats, like Melissa said at the beginning here. If you got on a little bit early, we are coming into Black Friday. Now, if you have not been here for a Black Friday, get ready to rumble, because things are going to get heated. Things are going to get exciting, but it's only if you put in the work. You have got to put in the work. It's not just going to fall into your lap. You have to put in the work for Black Friday. And I promise you, it's going to work if you work it. Okay. There's different steps. There's different ideas. There is a great promo coming out. So what I want you to do now is put on a scale from 1 to 10, put in the comments, how excited are you for this freaking Black Friday promo that's coming, because it is going to rock your world. But you have to be ready. Do not forget, every single one of us is celebrating Thanksgiving next week, okay? We all are busy, but it's the biggest shopping week of the entire year. So people are going to be shopping. So don't think that you're bothering people. Don't put this totally on the back burner. We are all going to be with family. We are all going to be busy, but make sure that you're putting in the work. And we're going to help you kind of prepare for that, so that it doesn't come down to it and you put it off and then you're at the very end of the month and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I guess I better tell people about this. People are going to find out what we're doing. People are going to find out what we have, and people are going to want it. So like I said, it'll work if you work it. And I want you to leave this Zoom so excited tonight and so on fire tonight. So if you've been discouraged for the last 2 weeks because things just aren't rolling, like you thought they would, because last month was so incredible, I don't want you to think about that anymore. And remember, people are attracted to your excitement. So you have got to find that excitement again. And I want you guys to think about this. Picture yourself walking in, and I'm going to prove to you that people are attracted to excitement. Because picture yourself walking in. We always have a farewell party. If you've been on these Founders Club trip, you know what I'm talking about. This farewell party. You walk in, you're in Jamaica, you walk into this farewell party. You know, there's people kind of standing on the outside of it, and then there's music playing, and there's a whole bunch of people dancing. You're not attracted to the people standing on the outside. You are attracted to the excitement. The excitement is in the middle of the dance floor. The excitement is the music that's playing. You want to know what's going on there. And even people that stand in the back, kind of in their own comfort zone. Sometimes I'm one of those people. But here's the thing. I'm always watching what's going on. I'm attracted to the excitement. I'm attracted to that energy. So that's what I want you to think about. People are attracted to your energy. They're attracted to your excitement. And if you don't get excited and pumped up after hearing this guest tonight, you seriously need to check your pulse. This lady is the life of the party. Laurie Ulrich, she is hilarious. I have traveled all over with her. You always know where she's at. You can always find Laurie. And there's actually a funny story about Laurie. We were on a Founders Club trip. I don't remember where we were. And I'm sure she remembers this, but you always know where Laurie and Big Daddy are. You always know where they are. Okay. That's her husband's name. Well, it's not his real name, but that's his name. So you always know where they are. And the day is going by, and all of a sudden, all of us at the pool were like, has anybody seen Laurie and Big Daddy today? Does anybody know where Laurie and Tim are? We completely lost these people. Totally unlike them. They would not answer their phone. We had no idea where they were. We didn't know if they got kidnapped, if they died on the beach. Like we knew they were not on an excursion because they're always at the pool. So we had no idea where they were. We finally had room service go check their room, or they finally got through to somebody or called them or whatever. They decided to take a day off. So they were just lounging in the room, watching movies, doing their thing. We have never seen that before. So I have no idea what happened to her on that trip. But, Cynthia said it was Puerto Vallarta. Okay. Yeah. People that were there remember, because she is full of energy. Like I said, you always know where Laurie is. But let me tell you something else about her. She is the Founders Club queen. She was the first person to earn Cabo, which we are leaving in like 53 days, I think. I'm super excited. But she is amazing. Okay. She is amazing at what she does. She is the racer. She tries to get it before everybody else. And she's on fire. So Laurie, thank you so much for jumping on here with us. And I just want you to share, some of your tips on earning Founders Club.
Okay, I would love to. And thanks for having me on. And what I will say is Big Daddy and I always have at least one day that's Hotel Appreciation Day, and we don't look at the phone sleep. When we went out to, where were we just now? Stein Erickson, we didn't leave the room on Sunday. I hate to tell you, I didn't even look at my phone. So that's actually not normal. I mean, that is normal for us. We usually take one day. But what was I going to say? You said this is run your own race. And that is so true. But here's what you got to remember. And the other day I was sitting there thinking about me versus other people. Like, why do I know I'm going to get this trip? Why do I just, it's just a matter of how fast I'm going to get this trip. And I was like, what is the difference between me and other people? And honestly, when it comes right down to it, the difference between me and most people is I really, truly do draw that line in the sand and say, I'm earning it. Like there's no question, but there's no question in my mind. So can you imagine if you had that, unwavering belief in your head, and that's it. And then my next thing goes is how fast. And I'm so glad that was a goal last year, because guess what? It got a lot of other people off their ass this year, and everybody is after me. And I am probably not going to get it. And that's okay, because at least it got everybody moving and running. So that's what I love. And, once I figure out how long it's going to take me, then it's like, am I going to end with the most points? And you know what? Honestly, shame on me. I did it in 4 months last year. And so in my head, I just thought, oh, I'll do it in the first quarter and that'll be good, to be the first one because I'll have beat, my time from last month. And guess what? That was me putting limited beliefs in. I should have been saying I'm going to earn this in 1 month to 2 months. I'll earn it at the end of this month, but probably not the fastest. So do you see what I'm saying is how I put these thoughts in my head? And I know that every single one of you have this tracker. You have to have this tracker sitting where you can see it and your people written out. And if you see a lot of them, I write in pencil and then they turn into pen. But I have between quick starts and managers, other than a couple second levels, I look over here and I have 10 different people I'm working with. And what have I been doing to get these people to upgrade? Well, and this is what everybody should do. Yes, we are going to have a hell of a Black Friday special. That is a given. But that doesn't mean you sit here and coast between now and when it happens. What you guys really should be doing right now is digging down in your success line. Who's a regular customer? Who's been loving these products? After Mark Walker was here for that weekend and we had a 3-day event basically, when he gave me that verbiage, I had never heard it and I didn't know the stats, but that's what I'm leading with right now. And I feel so, empowered is that, do you know from, June, July, August. Yeah, June, July, August, the stats in this company are that a person gets their quick start between 9 and 15 days. So, and you know what he said to us? He goes, we've been saying, hey, do you want to get your products paid for? And, he put, and you guys maybe have heard this. He might have talked about this in the breakout and I wasn't in there because I was doing a different one. But to the person that bought the products, most of them, it's not going to appeal to get them paid because they don't want to do any work. You know what I mean? They knew they were going to buy it. They knew they were going to spend the money. No, not really. Or some people will say, hey, I can show you how to make $100 bonus. Well, to a lot of people, $100 is not going to get somebody to move. When Cynthia Evans first started, I guarantee you holding $100 bill in front of her was not going to get her to move. Now, when you tell somebody, hey, and this is literally what I've been saying, hey, do you want me to show you how to earn $400 to $500 in 10 to 15 days? That's appealing. That's money for Christmas. That's money for the gas tank. And that's what I've been saying. I mean, those are powerful stats and we need to hold those stats up. We need to do everything we can to make sure we don't take that long to help these people get the quick start, because that's a powerful story and it's all about the story. Like a good friend, here's 2 great stories as far as unique accounts or whatever, or they're going to be my next executives this year, however you want to say it. I'm a big preacher of calls, day 9 celebration call. And I just did this training for Ursula and she's like, and I'm like, you guys are missing the boat. If you're not doing day 9 celebration call, you're 1010 missing the boat. I'm like, who the hell thinks this is really going to work? So nobody really thinks they're going to want to sell it. There's maybe 5 to 10% that start for the business, but come on, let's face it. It's usually products. And I said, well, why do you think they're going to want to sell it? They don't even think it's going to work. But now when you get them on day 9 and you have that third party edification, that's the whole difference. So, and you do want to run your own race. And you know what, if you don't believe you can get it in your head, then what I want you to do is I want you to just go for it quarterly. Just go for it quarterly. I had, Tori, will you give me water, please? I had a lead from corporate, and it was a corporate lead, and which a lot of times they don't even talk to you. What I mean? I know they don't even talk to you, but I'm like, I text her, and I'm like, hi, blah, blah, blah. When are you starting? And she told me when she was starting, and I did the whole coaching chats with her. And then I said, and I set my people up about day 5. I'm setting them up. Okay. Tuesday's day 9. What time are we going to talk? What time are we going to celebrate you? I want to drop that 2 to 3 times before, because I want to put it in their head that we are going to have a conversation and we are going to talk. So anyway, I dialed this chick up and I just did like a one-on-one right here in her chat, because I'm like, I'm the third party right now. She's never met me at all. We're two strangers. So I'm doing this day 9 celebration, and then I hear some magic words because I use the phrase. I'm like, well, don't you want to get these products for free? You love them so much and you did good. And she's like, well, actually, I'd like a lot more than that. And, then she goes on to, I was praying to God. I know he wouldn't put this in my heart if he wasn't going to give me a reason. I want to stay home with, my grandkids. She's a traveling nurse, blah, blah, blah. Immediately, do you hear? I'm hearing those words. I'm hearing her talk like Calla and all that shit. I'm like, I'll call you right back. I will call you right back. I hung up. I said, Freddie, I need you on the phone now. I had her meet Freddie. I had her meet Cora Hoffman. I had her meet Jana Bullard. I had her meet Tori Ulrich and somebody else. And that was in one day. I didn't say this was going to be the person this week and then somebody next week and then so on, or I'll do this person today and then I'll get her on the phone. No, I was hearing the magic words like when Freddie got me and he blew my phone up and I'm like, ooh, she's going to hear a lot of stories. And then after the last story, I go, I know this is going to sound really crazy to you. It was her day 9 was the Thursday before Fest. I go, our next event is next week. And it reminds me of Freddie doing it to me, only I hadn't tried the products. And is there any way, I know it sounds crazy, but is there any way like you think you could go? They live 10.5 hours away, Ohio. And she's like, you know what? Let me talk to my husband. And, anyway, she got her husband on with Freddie that night. They drove 10.5 hours. You guys, they never made a penny. They never did anything. They were just on day 9 and they made that commitment. And a week later, they're driving out there again, still not making any money. They went home. They hit their double quick start. They hit manager. I definitely think she's going to have at least 2 unique accounts at the end of this month. I believe they will be executives. They just actually drove 5.5 hours to come to our house to be with us this last weekend. Why did I get her though? Because I did a day 9 celebration call and I had her hear a lot of stories, because I wanted her. So if you got somebody you want, you need to blow their phone up, like rapid fire, blow their phone up. You should be talking to everybody on the phone. And then here's another great freaking story. And I'm telling you, you just watch, this chick's going to be an executive this year too, or this coming year. So I have these 2 friends and, one's a really, really good friend. Like I consider him a really good friend. I've always wanted him to do this with me, not for my financial gain, because he's such a servant leader. I think he deserves more in life. And I just wanted it for him. And I've kind of now become friends with his girlfriend. And anyway, it happened so that he ended up selling his business because he got this great job offer. And anyway, then shortly after taking the job, they closed the company. They sold it to somebody else. And I'm like, oh my God, Corey, you totally need to do this with me, blah, blah, blah. And I sick Freddie on him and he totally, in fact, I'm laughing. She is totally texting me right now. Anyway, ignored us. So I invited over them to lunch. Mark Walker and Freddie was here. They really didn't get to meet Mark. He was doing one-on-ones. Anyway, so then it's just us 3 at the table. And I go, you know what? I mean, I was at this point, I'm just being blunt. I'm just like, you know what? You guys are supposed to be my friends. And all I want you to do is invite to our testimony group. Why can't you guys just do that for me? And I was just like this. I was just like I got to watch my mouth right now because I wanted to say some choice words. I know I'm watching it. I know, Melissa. Anyway, but that's how my demeanor was. I'm like, why can't you guys just do that for me? And it was like a deer in the headlights. They didn't know how. She looked at me. She goes, how? I go, get your phone on Facebook. I go, get to Restore You. I go, you see this button invite? You see these blue buttons? You watch me go. I did it 690 times. I invited every single one of her friends. We're in 25 chats. She will have her quick start, but I'm working on her now as a distributor. So when Black Friday comes, she's going to bang out. I'm not even going to worry about her getting a double quick start and manager and all that kind of stuff. But you know what, you guys, we take it for advantage a lot of times that we think they know, and they don't. I'm telling you, that's two great stories that I really believe in my heart. They're going to go executive. One hasn't even signed anybody up yet. So that was kind of a tangent, but I guess, you know, the bottom line is, first of all, you've got to put the belief and the mindset in your head, and you got to believe that you deserve to go on this trip. Like my great friend, Mitzi Vaughn, she never thought she deserved to go on this trip. She never thought this trip was for her until I said, are you freaking kidding me? You shouldn't be embarrassed not to go on this trip. And I believe in my heart, every leader should be embarrassed not to go on this trip. Why the hell is anybody going to do it under your success line, going to do it if you're not doing it? You know what I mean? It's not do as I say, it's do as I do. The speed of the leader is the speed of the team, and that never changes. It never changes. So I've kind of rambled here. Do you want to ask me any questions, or am I in the right direction? No? Yes?
Stacy, you're muted.
Everybody's on mute.
Stacy.
All right, I'm here now. Sorry about that. So yeah, I think you gave us some great tips.
Wasn't it?
Mindset is always number one.
Like, but were you surprised? Like, some people don't even know how to do that little task or set up a chat. They really don't. I'm like, and you got the gold mine just sitting on them, and I'm like, I'm sitting at the kitchen table saying, oh my God, set this chat up. And so I had to call her and walk her through it. So I'm just saying, don't assume they know everything, because they don't.
And I totally agree with that. I couldn't tell you how many times I've had asked people to invite to groups, and they finally just say, well, I'm not sure how to do it. And I don't know that they've never seen the invite button. I don't know. But yeah, you walk them through it. Same thing with setting up chats. I asked them the same thing. Hey, do you know how to set up a chat? I would say a good 50% of the distributors that I had starting out did not know how to set up a group chat. So like Laura said, don't take it for granted that they know these things. Don't get frustrated with them. Be patient. This is one of those times that, you know, a lot of you all have been here for a long time, and you maybe forget what it's like to be brand new. So go back and just remind yourself, I didn't know these things when I started. Be patient with them, work with them, let them see that they have your undivided attention, that they have your support, they have your help with all things, even the little simple things. And when they see that, they're going to start growing. And I agree with Laurie 100% that you just got to find these people and work with them. So yes, that was absolutely the right direction that we wanted you to talk about, is where do you find your people and what do you do with them? And, you know, the day 9 call is great. And I think we're going to kind of change it up just a little bit on our call. And I think that's what we'll do. We want to hear how you do a day 9 call, and what Christy will do. I'll be the customer. Is today's my day 9. My sponsor, and Christy will introduce us, and then we'll just kind of go backwards and forwards.
Sure.
All right. Okay, I'm ringing, ring, ring, ring.
Hey, Christy.
Hey, Stacy, I have my good friend Laurie on the phone, and I have been telling her about your amazing results. So I'm just gonna introduce you to Laurie, because I want you to tell her how you have been doing on this. Sorry,
Okay.
guys, alarms going off. So Laurie, this is my friend Stacy. Now, he has lost 10 pounds in the last 8 days. He feels amazing. He has so much energy. And he's actually been interested in maybe looking at the opportunity part of this. So can you chat with him just a little bit here?
Okay, so a couple of things. So first of all, I'm probably going to rip you for that one, because I'm going to be like, Christy, why would you? Because here's the deal. A good leader, when you get on, if you're the third party, you are going to ask that person how they did. So you are going to seem and really care about the person. So like if you were on my team, I'd be like, Christy, why would you take his thunder away? I can't believe you stole Stacy's thunder. So if you had not said that and then you got me on, I would have said, oh my gosh, it's great to meet you, Stacy. Before I, share my story, I would love to hear what happened to you and a little bit about you. Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you work? What do you do for a living? And I'm guiding them in those questions. Because if I just say, tell me about you, they're going to be like, what, I wonder what the hell she wants to know. But do you see how I guided them in? What do they do for a living? Do they work? What do they do? Do they have kids? Are they married? All that stuff I got in right there. And then they're going to tell me a little bit. And then I'm going to go, so, oh my gosh, before I tell you my story again, what happened for you? Now, see how that's going to really make somebody feel like, wow, we're really lifting this person up together. So I'm just saying how my calls go. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you mean you lost 10 freaking pounds? And like, okay, how do you feel? What about non-scale? Do you feel like in a better mood? Have you noticed anything with your gut health? What else have you noticed, Stace?
All right. So I'm going to take over from here and I'm going to answer your first set of questions. So yeah, I live in Charleston, West Virginia. Been married to my wife, Pam, for 12 years. We have a grandson, 4 years old. And I'm a police officer here in Charleston, have been for about 15 years now. And that's pretty much me in a nutshell. When I started the program, I'll be honest, I was skeptical. I didn't think it would work. And two of the reasons I gave it a try was one, I knew Christy, I trusted her, and the program has a 45-day, 100% money back guarantee. So I thought, why not give it a try? And I'll say my skepticism went out the door pretty quick after I'd started losing weight, and I lost 10 pounds in 8 days. I mean, and Christy's right. I feel so much better. I didn't think, this would happen for me. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Those are crazy, great results. And, have you posted? Did you take pictures? Did you post it all?
I did take pictures. I've not posted. And Christy kind of talked to me about that. And I'll just be honest, being in law enforcement, I'm a little hesitant and about what I put on my Facebook page, just because of what I do. So I haven't done any of that yet. Even though I am interested in sharing it because I do believe in the program. I do like it. I do have people that's actually already asking me what I'm doing. I've got maybe 2 or 3 people that has seen the changes already. But I haven't done anything with it. And I work a lot of hours at the police department. I work 50 to 60 hours a week. I really don't promote anything. It's kind of my personality, I guess. I'm not one who really promotes anything, but I do like the program. And I think a lot of people could benefit from it.
Okay, well, I'm going to share my quick story. And so what happened for me is 11 and a half years ago, I was fat and broke. And I'm just like, I can't even believe I'm saying 11 and a half years ago. But anyway, I sold advertisement, talk about busy. I had 2 different magazines. One was an hour away. I had to drive an hour before I even started work. I had 2 kids. They were 9 and 11. They were in every activity, every sport known to man. They were on the swim team for 10 years. I was on the board. Talk about busy. It was absolutely crazy. But when I got started, it was right after the recession. So unfortunately, when we built our dream home, we could afford it and then we couldn't. My husband lost one of his businesses. So when Freddie had called to put an ad for weight loss in my book and he got to know me and he got to know where I was financially, he goes, if I could show you how to save that home in 90 days, would you just be open? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Been there and done that when I was knocked up with kids and selling Tupperware. I was a van driving manager, but yeah, okay. What do you want me to do? Like, I was like so negative. And that's actually, that's how it all started. And I actually made my investment back before I even tried the products. My first month, I earned my house payment almost to the dollar. And then it was crazy. The next month we had lunch and we're sitting at this restaurant, Jonas. And he's sitting there talking to me and he's telling me how my life is going to change in so many ways. And I'm like looking at this guy and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm getting all excited. Like, what is going on? I'm the star in a movie or something. And he goes, there's going to be a day you're making $20,000 and $30,000 a month. And then I'm like, okay, buddy, are you crazy? I got 12 on my ACT. I can't spell anything past 3 letters. I'm like, get out of here. And he's like, there's going to be a day. And do you know what? On my 10-year anniversary on May of 2020, I hit over $1 million in earnings. It has paid for my house for over 140 payments. I know people that are in their 50s and 60s, they're still paying off their college loans. I was able to pay for 4 years. My daughter came out debt free this year. So I just wanted to lose 30 pounds 11 and a half years ago. And oh my gosh, if you like to travel, we have a great travel program and I'm a ton of freaking fun to go on vacation with, except for the day that I choose to go lockdown.
I think my wife and I would really enjoy that. I know she would enjoy hanging out with you. She has a big personality like you do.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you, Stacy. You know, you're an officer, and first of all, thank you for that, because I know that is not an easy job, especially after the last few years. And I'm just going to say you probably deserve more, especially being in that field. You guys, nurses, teachers, I couldn't even imagine that. So, you know, if I could just show you with a couple simple steps how to earn $400 to $500 in 10 to 15 days, would that be worth your while? And I'm just going to do things. I'm going to tell you, just invite everybody to the testimony group. It's just an invite. It's a private group. They can't get in there. They can't search it. They can't Google it. If you don't care enough to invite, just at least invite them, they can't. You know what? I'm going to say, you know, let Christy help you make a post. And if you don't want to put pictures, that's fine. Tell them how you did. You're a credible person in the community. You don't know whose key you have to unlock their prison. So I'm just saying, by starting with those couple simple steps, how about if we just see what happens and then take it from there?
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, if I could get my products paid for, and you know what I've invested in my future products, I'd be happy with that.
Oh, trust me, my friend, we're going to Jamaica together. Trust me.
Jamaica sounds nice.
Like I talk to everybody like that too.
That's awesome. Well, Christy had an emergency and had to jump off, so I'm now Christy. So, hello. So, yes, Laurie, thank you. And I'm going to tell you too, the calls that I have had Laurie on, I mean, it's just, you speak with conviction, you speak with confidence, and that's how we should all do on these calls. I mean, we should talk to people like they're our best buddy and tell your story. It's never wrong. Your story is never wrong. It's always your story, and you tell it better than anybody else. So I'm so glad, Laurie, that you got on with us tonight. And do you have any final words or final thoughts?
Yes, I just had one. It went, oh, I know. This is what she just said about speaking. I speak with passion. I speak with conviction. So when you guys realize I was on day freaking 3 of being a distributor, not taking products, not being on the Jumpstart, I bought the stuff. I gave him my credit card. Yeah, upgrade me on Sunday. By Tuesday, this guy's blowing up my phone, Tuesday and Wednesday, for me to get people on the phone with him. But on Wednesday, now just think about it if it was you guys. If it was literally the 3rd day you're talking to this guy, the 3rd day, and he tells me, I have to go to convention next month, go get registered and sign up. I've never tasted the products. But it's like a dog. A dog knows when you are afraid of it, right? It knows. That's the same thing. If Freddie would have talked to me like that, I would have never done it. But he literally spoke to me like that. So I hung that phone up and I'm like, Tim, I'm going to Zingfest. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm booking tickets right now. I'm calling, oh, I forgot to book my room. Calling the room, booking a hotel room in Vegas, buying tickets, buying airline tickets. You guys, I never taste the products, but that's how he spoke to me. And that's how you need to speak to your people. And especially the ones that get it in their heads that you're bothering people and people don't want to talk on the phone. That's you being afraid of the dog, because I always have them thank me for taking the time to get on the phone. So I guess that'd be my last words. Speak with passion and conviction, as much about the business as you do about the damn products. Because let me tell you, that backyard wouldn't look like it if it wasn't for the best product, the opportunity.
Yep, that's it. Stacy, you got anything else?
No, that's it. We are going to do an assignment. Are we ready to move on to that?
Christy's go ahead and do that. Christy's already given you one. Stacy's going to give you another.
Okay, so you guys know that Black Friday is going to be dropping next week. If you have not started doing this, you need to get your list together. You need to be getting your list of your customers, current customers and old customers, your distributors, your old distributors, the ones that probably don't read their email anymore, but they're still at a distributor status and they're not connected. Get with those as well. They should be on your list, because this promotion will be for everyone. So what I want you to do is go through that list after you create it and send all of them either a voice message or text message saying something like, I want to get with you to give you an early heads up. Our Black Friday promotion is starting early next week, and it's our best promotion of the whole year. Would you like for me to put you on my list so I can get you the details when I get them? Okay. Let them respond to that. Create another list of the people who want the information. And then when Tuesday starts, you will have everything ready to go, your list ready to get them that information. So then we'll give you, through the chats, through the group, we'll give you a couple other assignments through the week. But right now, that's all we want you to work on with this Black Friday special. Get the list, get the question asked, and create the other list.
Now, I'm going to tell you, massive action is going to create massive results. You can't make a list of 10 people and expect to have a boom Black Friday. You need to message hundreds of people. You need to be messaging people every spare second that you have. This is the time, y'all. You can't wait until Tuesday morning when this thing drops and expect, to be able to blow it up. You've got to start right now. You need to work like until your fingers look like this. I'm just going to tell you, until you got a dent in your finger from holding the phone so much. That's what you've got to do. Start now. Don't turn the TV off, or every second that you have, get up early, go to bed late. Message as many people as you can if you don't have that many chats, you start messaging Facebook friends. You start messaging as many people as you can to let them know that you have got a Black Friday sale that's going to blow people's minds. It's going to be the best deal you've ever seen. I mean, it's all going to be in your conviction. It's all going to be in your excitement. It's all going to be, just like she said, in your passion. It's all going to be in the way that you come across. Fire, people come for miles to see a fire burn. You be the fire. Light that spark right now, because you can do anything you set your mind to if you get off your butt and work. It's not going to be given to you. You have got to do it. You have got to make the decision that you're going to do it. You've got to believe. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own way. And if you're sitting there doubting, go look at the person in the mirror and tell that person, you know what? I'm going to get out of your way. And you are amazing. And you can do hard things. And you can make this the best Black Friday we've ever had. And you are going to Jamaica, because you can do it.
And I'm going to add a part B to the assignment. Get with your distributors and make sure they're doing the same thing. Duplicate this down to your team. This is not just for you to be working on. You want your whole team to be working on this. So make sure that you're duplicating this assignment to your team.
Whether they're on here or not.
Yes, exactly.
whether they're on here or not. So yes, I agree with all of that. Get with your accountability partner, pump each other up. That's what you need each other for. Get each other on phone calls. I love what Laurie said. You've got a chosen accountability partner that if they're on here, they're as fired up as you are. If your accountability partner is non-existent, find a new one. If you're on here, then your accountability partner should be on here. Y'all should have the same spirit, the same fire. So I'm telling you, right now is the time. And you've got, how many days do we have left of the month? It's the 16th, right? So we've got half the month still left. So if you only had 2 unique accounts to earn the entire trip and you had 2 weeks to do it, would you be doing anything different than what you're doing right now?
And
Go to work.
You can do it. You can do that over the next couple of weeks.
Heck yeah, you can. 2 unique accounts. Let's go. Black Friday, baby. Let's do this thing. I love y'all so much. Have a great night.